Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Art Bit. Today we are at Kaliso Art Gallery, where we are going to be having a chat with beautiful female visual artists who are part and parcel of the Chipadua art exhibition. We're going to learn more, everything we need to know about this art exhibition, as well as going through some of the beautiful pieces that are here. All you have to do is be there, do not go anywhere, and tell another art lover that Art Bit is on your screen. The name is Chisomanyorinda. Please do stay with us. Welcome, Eve.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
I am all right. Chiphadzuwa, Kaliso Art Gallery. I just want you to describe yourself in a few words, at least.
All right. I would say that I'm a visual artist and I'm also an advocate in a way, an art advocate. I'm an accountant and a child of God.
Definitely. A lot of hearts you're wearing. Yes. All right. We start with Chiphadzuwa Art Exhibition. For others, they're familiar with that. For others, they're like, okay, what is going on? Just take us through what it's all about, when it started, as well as the inspiration behind the whole initiative.
Okay. So Chiphadzuwa is actually a second edition of the women's visual art exhibition that we started last year.
Yeah.
Last year's was titled Dua. This year is Chiphadzuwa.
Okay.
So pretty much catchy feminine words that we're looking out for. So Chiphadzuwa is an all-female visual art exhibition. All the artists that are taking part are females. We have got 9 artists that are showcasing their works, and it's around what you would define as beauty.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So this is the second edition you mentioned. Last year you had one which was called Dua. What exactly, I really want us to get to know how you got together, you got to, because I understand all of you do your visual works separately. What exactly brought you guys together? What was the idea behind it? What was it that you were trying to achieve at the end of the day for you to start doing this?
Okay, so it was my idea to come up with the exhibitions. When I was starting, I didn't know that I would go on and have another edition and possibly continue. And I just wanted a space where female visual artists feel like they can be able to express themselves, connect, as well as just be able to stand out as female visual artists. So I thought there would be no better time than the Women's Month.
Yay.
So March already being a Women's Month, and we have all these amazing visual artists that are doing works, and some of them do display at different exhibitions such as Art in the Park, but you also have some of the visual artists who do not. They produce amazing works and they keep them at home. Yeah. So I thought, why not come out and show them out to the world? And what better time than this? Yes.
All right, great, amazing stuff. From the first edition, this is the second edition now, going towards the end. What would you say are the unique similarities or maybe differences of these two exhibitions that you can be able to notice at this point?
I think first of all, one of the things has been good reception. I think people have been able to support the exhibition, the first one and the second one. We had an even more participation, a bigger participation this year around, which goes to show that people are noticing, people are getting more in tune and loving art. Because I think one of the things about us, our culture, is that we don't necessarily have an art culture, an art buying culture as well. So I think having exhibitions like this and with social media as well, people are getting more and more into art. So it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see the curve as well that our art is taking, especially in the younger generation, as well as, the guess you'd say the Gen Zs and the other generations that came after Gen Z and millennials. So it's good to see that art is being appreciated by younger people. And also, as they're being impacted by such exhibitions, they start also to develop an art buying culture. Yeah.
In your explanations, you mentioned that there are certain artists that they do amazing work, but they probably just don't have the platforms or for people to actually, for them to showcase their work. As visual artists in the country, I'll start just in general. Do you like have an association or some sort of like a group that you guys share notes or help each other out, or maybe even share how best to go about your skills?
All right, so I know that there is VAM, which is the Visual Arts Association of Malawi, where artists are able to come together and share ideas, as well as just within our communities themselves. We're able to come together and work together in such spaces as the female visual artists that we're doing at the moment.
All right, as women, you know, we are neglected in a lot of ways in life. In general, as female visual artists, what could you point, as a female visual artist as well, what would you point out as challenges really in your sector?
Okay, so I think one of the challenges as a woman is maybe that people usually feel like what you do is second grade at times to what men
could do,
produce. And it's not necessarily that it is at times, but maybe being classified as. So at times, I think women do face that challenge whereby maybe their work is seen, first of all, with an eye of being created by a woman firsthand before it is maybe even judged for its quality. But what I've seen with most of the female visual artists in Malawi, to truly be honest, is that they're exceptional. They're women who produce works that are able to even stand in the international market sector. So seeing that and having to be in a place where you're able to be at par, be able to people to see your works and see that you're actually just as good. And hopefully it also brings in that equality in the sector, that women are able to stand at the same level as men in the visual arts. I have not seen any discrimination, to be honest, in the visual arts sector. If anything, I think there's been more encouragement for women, and there's also been an equality whereby in different aspects and in different sectors, at exhibitions, women are given the same opportunities as men. So I think that's something that we can give to the visual arts sector, that women are doing just as good as men and are also being treated equally.
Okay. Amazing stuff. So I understand as a visual artist, you also have your pieces being showcased at the Chiphadzuwa art exhibition.
Yes.
What was, I don't know, the tone, the theme that you were working with in all those pieces that we're probably going to see shortly?
Yeah, okay. So for these series that I've worked on, I love abstract and I also like realism. So it's just to come in the between of what I love to do, because I guess with art, it has to come from the heart. And there's something about water that I like. All forms of water, be it the sky, be it, rivers, lakes, even snow. I just love anything that has to do with water.
Okay.
So these pieces have got a ton of water as well as water itself. So I was working around a sense of being visible in a space where maybe you should be invisible, or even looking for identity and looking beyond yourself. And sometimes we look for validity outside of ourselves. So these pieces are more to do with identity. So I think most of them are covered there. Most people have been asking me, like, why are their eyes covered? And like, because I feel like we shouldn't look for validity because people are seeing us.
Seeing us,
Yeah, validity is about us seeing ourselves. So that's what these pieces are about. They're about being seen, but not being seen by people, being seen by you.
Yeah. All right. My final question to you before we get to see your beautiful pieces. Kaliso Art Gallery. If you'd ask me personally, like which art galleries do you know in Malawi? I think from the top of my head, even from like waking up from my sleep, I'd be like Kaliso. You know, as a visual artist, having this space since 2022,
Yes.
How has it like impacted your work as a visual artist, as well as just the visual art sector itself in Malawi?
When I was opening the gallery, to be honest, I didn't anticipate that it would be a success.
Yeah.
I felt like, okay, it was a dream that was pushing me to, you know, get to that space where I was like, okay, I need to have an art gallery. And I felt like, you know, I need to make this dream a reality and then open the gallery. But throughout, I didn't know that it would gain the success that it has gained, and that I would get, you know, the people would receive it in the way that they've received it, even having to have the space at Four Seasons. I just, you know, it was beyond the dream. But I think it is one of the things that are about, you know, having a dream or a vision. You have to start.
Yeah.
And with Kaliso, I think it's really shown me that when you start, things do fall into place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's also been a space where most artists have been able to bring their works, but also have been able to hold different workshops, sip and paints, etc.
Yeah.
So even infecting more people with the art bag.
Definitely.
Yes,
You know, it
people
was not,
learn.
like you said, it's not in our culture, but now people are able to like love these things, try new things out. The sip and paints, they're all over the place now.
Yes.
We really love to see it, and we're here for it.
Great.
All right. So right now, I just want you to take us through the pieces that you have here. Explain a little bit things that we might not see, what it means to you, you know, and pretty much everything you would want us to see and know about your pieces.
All right.
Great. Let's do it.
So this piece is called Immense.
Okay.
And it's about the fact that sometimes you feel like, I think this is much more to do with, you know, spirituality.
Spirituality, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, sometimes I feel like I'm drowning when I'm only being washed.
Yeah.
And just goes to show sometimes the things that we go through in life, and we may feel like we're losing ourselves. Sometimes I'm just like, you know, when I'm going through a panic attack, I'm like, breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it feels like you're drowning, but you're just being, you know, washed away, for, you know, from all things that could be an issue in life.
All right.
So this is called Lost at Sea, SEE.
Okay.
Which is also one of those pieces that says, you know, when you're found in that space where it feels like the storms are raging, you know, gotta have more courage to maneuver the tides and the waters. And that's what this guy is doing. I think is just in the middle of this raging sea.
Yeah.
But he's got to just sail through. And I guess you have no choice at this point but to make it.
For sure. All right, this is beautiful, Eve. Thank you so much for taking us through your work, as well as just taking us through everything we needed to know about the Chiphadzuwa art exhibition. We're definitely looking forward to next year's edition already.
Lovely.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, and that's how we're rolling, just having a chat with various female visual artists who are part and parcel of the Chiphadzuwa art exhibition. I'm with the beautiful Vanessa Maganga, and we're gonna have a chat, get to know her pieces, get to know her work, get to know her more. All you have to do is be there, do not go anywhere. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm all right. We just want to get to know you a little bit. When did you start doing these things, and then how long have you been doing it?
Okay. So I took my first art class when I was 8. So I've basically been painting since then.
Yeah.
It's been quite a long journey, and I transitioned to a professional, I would say professional artist around 2016. That's when I sold my first piece, and it's been history ever since then.
All right.
Yeah.
Is this your first year participating in the all-female visual art exhibition?
This is my second time participating. I was also there for the first edition.
Zua.
Yes, I was there.
How has it been like? What even like inspired you to actually be part and parcel of these all-female visual artist exhibitions?
Honestly, it was Eve who inspired me
Yeah.
to be part of these exhibitions. I just thought it was a great opportunity to showcase my works as not only an artist, but a female artist in the female space. And the reception has been extremely, extremely good. Yeah.
All right. Let's get to see your work. This is actually beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. So what is this all about? What would you want us to understand from this piece?
Okay, so the main inspiration behind all of my art is Black beauty.
Okay.
So I try to portray or to showcase different types of Black beauty in different types of environments. For this specific piece, I was just trying to show a delicate type of black beauty. Yes,
I see the afro hair.
yes, and little delicate butterfly. So that's basically what inspired me for this piece. So just delicate Black beauty.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. From these, where are you gonna take us to?
So for this piece, I was actually inspired by the theme of this time's exhibition, which is Chiphadzuwa.
Yeah.
So instead of the Zua, I decided to incorporate the moon, since they're kind of one and the same.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to portray, like I said, a type of Black beauty, and then also the moon incorporated in the same piece. That was basically the inspiration behind this particular painting.
All right.
Yes.
Beautiful. Before I let you go, I just want to get to know your insights on, I understand that female artists, like art itself in Malawi, it's not really like quite a common thing. We're getting the gist of it here and there and all that. From 2016 up to now, you're like a proper experienced artist. We should call you that. How are you looking at the reception from the public, even your clients, just in general? As Malawi, where are we when it comes to the reception of art in the country?
The art scene has been growing tremendously over the past few years, especially with not only the female-centered exhibitions, we also have exhibitions like Art in the Park. So we're having these spaces as artists to showcase our works, and not only showcase them, but then we also have the opportunity to sell and actually make a profit off of the stuff that we do, the stuff that we're inspired by. So the art scene really is growing in Malawi, and that's really, really amazing.
All right, Vanessa, thank you so much for your time and taking us through your beautiful pieces.
Thank you.
Looking forward to see you next year's edition.
Yes, definitely.
Amabel, what inspired you to be part of the Chipadua art exhibition?
Well, I mean, it's for artists, it's for female artists, and I am a female artist.
Yes.
So honestly, that platform is a great way to express women's, creativity in our section. But also even just connecting with other female artists, because it's a male-dominated space, right? So working with other women and Eve, as always, is a great honor. Yeah.
All right. I understand that this year there are about 8-9 female visual artists.
Yeah.
How has this helped you to like connect with these ladies, learning from them, and also just sharing notes?
Well, the opening night was great. I think all of us just feeding off of each other's like creativity and also acknowledging each other's like accomplishments, because it's not easy being an artist, and then it's not easy being a female artist, right? So I think just that building each other up, that encouragement that we get from each other, but also seeing the different styles that other female artists are doing. I mean, we don't all do the same thing, you know. So just also looking at each other's art and admiring each other's art, each other's technique, and just uplifting each other. That's been great.
All right, beautiful. So what are we looking at here?
All right. So over here, you're looking at a contemporary piece of mine,
Yes.
which is a little bit of a different style than I usually do.
Okay.
This is very much old school African style.
Okay.
So I have these leaves and then this woman, right, with this very beautiful flower, of course. So it's a lot about femininity. But then I have this gold leaf, right?
Yeah.
So basically, the gold leaf just represents the woman that stands out in our community,
yeah.
right? So, the one that always is sometimes the first to start things, the one that is to teach other women, exactly.
yeah.
So the
Uplift
one that
other women.
exactly. So it's the one that is not like the others, which I think a lot of women are like that. I mean, a lot of women are the golden leaf, right? They're the ones who teach in the society, uplift the society, take care of their families, right? So in a way, even though it's like, oh, there's this one single gold leaf, I do believe that pretty much all women are gold leaves in their societies,
yeah.
right? So even in especially as career women, right? Almost all career spaces are male-dominated spaces.
yeah.
So women always have to be like the best, the one that shines brighter than the others.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what this piece is about. So this piece is a self-reflection piece, but it's also for society to reflect. So Women's History Month 2025 is about accelerating gender equality. So now what does that mean? Because it's easy to say, right? We think we have gender equality in our communities. Even in first world countries, there is no gender equality. And a big way to look at this month is to ask ourselves, what are we doing to accelerate gender equality in our lives personally? Are we buying from women? Are we employing women? Are we supporting women's businesses? Are we educating women? Are we raising women, right? The way we talk about women, the way we talk to women, all those things are so important. Because I feel like, especially for African communities, we're behind in developing because we leave women behind. So women are more than 50% of the population. And then you leave these people who could be...
behind.
Exactly. So you leave out engineers, doctors,
Nurses,
teachers, nurses. That could be because of inequality, right? So the reflection was to us, for everyone to take a look within themselves, and for us as a society to take a look within ourselves and what are we really doing to uplift women, to accelerate gender equality. Because I feel like somehow that's also the key to a prosperous country, a prosperous society. Yeah.
Quite inspiring stories, quite inspiring and beautiful pieces here at Kaliso Art Gallery, where there is the Chiphadzuwa art exhibition that has been running from the 8th, which was the International Women's Month, to the 30th of March. Just appreciating the beauty, the uniqueness, how empowered a woman can be from all these beautiful pieces from about 9 female visual artists from across the country coming together and all speaking one language. The power to she. Many thanks to you for being there in today's edition of The Art Beat. The name is Chisomo Yorenda. Make a date with us again on Tuesday from 6 p.m. for a new and amazing episode of this program. Until next time, stay creative.